Hello and welcome to Beyond this Park. This is going to be a monthly series, and for this month, I will tell us about the topics that I'll be diving into very, very shortly. But by virtue of introduction, let us start this by me introducing myself to you. And I am M.I. Newton. Just in case you're wondering what the MI stands for, the MI stands for Matthew Isaac. So my full name, Matthew Isaac Newton, and I'm delighted to be here with you today. I'm delighted to have you here as well. I'm a relationship coach, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, and a mentor with passion for helping people build healthy relationship, purpose-driven, and long-lasting relationship as well. Whether you are single, you're dating, or you're engaged, married, or probably just healing from the previous relationship, well, this is actually a safe place to learn. This is also a place where you will grow and definitely become better. Over the years, I've dedicated myself to studying relationships, human behavior, communication, emotional intelligence, and personal development. Beyond reading and research, I have had the privilege of teaching, mentoring, and guiding people through different relationship challenges and stages of life. I am also the author of Love is Not Too Late: Finding Hope, Healing, and God's Timing for Marriage, a book written to encourage those waiting for marriage and to help them prepare for a healthy future relationship. You may wonder, why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to you? Well, that's a fair question. Well, I will not ask you to trust me simply because I am speaking to you right now. I invite you to listen carefully, think critically, compare every idea with wisdom, experience, and sound principle, and then judge every lesson that you'll be hearing by the quality of its results. My goal is never to control your decision. It is to equip and to encourage you to make better decisions. Everything I teach is built on careful study, practical experience, and also observation. I am deep committed to helping. I'm deep in commitment to helping people avoid painful mistake and build relationship that thrive. In every episode, we will discuss real questions, real challenges, and real solution. We will talk about love, we'll talk about friendship, we'll talk about dating, marriage, communication, conflict resolution, emotional maturity, boundaries, character, trust, purpose, healing, and so much more. You don't want to miss this. This is not about quick fixes or empty motivation. It's about learning timeless principles that can help you build stronger relationships and make better decisions for the rest of your life. Thank you for choosing to spend this time with me. I consider it a huge privilege to be part of your learning journey, and let's get the ball rolling. Welcome once again, Emma Newton here, and on today's episode, which is the first episode of Beyond the Spark, July edition, we'll be talking about this sensitive topic: what is love? Yes, what exactly is love? What exactly is love? Somebody you know is in love right now with the wrong definition of this particular word love. Not necessarily the wrong person, but then the wrong definition. They think love is butterflies in their belly. They think love is how much somebody misses you or how much you miss someone. No, they think love is never running out of things to say to each other. And when the butterfly fades, and when every other thing fades like they always do, they think love has died. But that's not true. That's not true. No, it didn't die. Love did not die. Definitely it did not. It just never existed the way you think it did. Today we're going to take love apart. What I mean is that we're going to dissect into it and get to find out why certain things actually happen. We're not going to kill the magic, but then again we'll find out what was never the magic in the first place, so that what's left is strong enough to survive an actual lifetime. Welcome to Beyond the Spark. I'm glad to have you here for the episode 1. And if you've been in love, if you've been hurt by love, if you're waiting for love, or if you're married and wondering where love went, this episode is for you. We are not starting with trip or tips. I beg your pardon. We're not starting with tips. We're starting with red flags. We're starting at the roots with a question most people assume they already know the answer to. What is love? I'll ask you, what exactly do you think is love? Give me the next couple of minutes, and by the end, you want to look at love the way you did when you pressed play to this episode. Now, you might be wondering why this topic actually matters. Well, here's the problem. Most people build entire relationships, sometimes an entire marriage, on a definition of love they never actually examined. Yeah. They inherited it from movies, from songs, from what their parents modeled, from what their friends also said, from heartbreaks. Yeah, sadly so. Nobody sat them down and said, before you give your heart to someone, let's define the thing you're giving exactly. And that gap between the love people feel and the love people can actually define is where most relationship pain actually lives. Yes, in that particular gap. You can't build a stable life on a word you never defined in the first place. You have to define that word love. You have to have a proper understanding of what exactly love is. And that's why I'm here with you today. Exactly. That's why I'm here with you today. You will this will actually keep you away from mistaking intensity for depth or attachment for commitment. The fact that someone is attached to you doesn't mean that person will be committed to you when ship comes to shove. Also, this, like I said, will keep you away from mistaking intensity for depth, to keep you from thinking attachment is equal to commitment, that comfort is equal to compatibility. This episode will definitely help you distinguish between every single thing I just mentioned. But then again, let's clear the ground first and let's talk about some myths that we have always thought were real. And one of that myth is that love is a feeling. No. Yes, you might say love includes feeling, but feeling is the least reliable part of it. Feelings moves with hormones. Yes. So it depends on probably how you're feeling that day. That is how much you will say you love that particular person. And other times it might be that you're just waking up from sleep, and yes, maybe you're missing someone. It could be stress related, it could be circumstances and all. But if love was only a feeling, it would be as unstable as your mood on a bad Monday morning is. Exactly. To be as bad as it could be, as bad as that. So love is not just a feeling. Yes, it includes feelings, but love is not a feeling. Myth number two is the fact that real love doesn't require effort. You see this one? I usually laugh when people talk about it, because it's actually one of the most damaging idea in modern relationship. Trust me, if love will work, then two people have to come in and put in some kind of effort. The belief that if you have to work at it, or the belief that you don't have to work at it, it's not real. It isn't real at all. By that logic, nothing worth having is real, because everything worth having requires some kind of work. Exactly. Dangote did not get to where he is by sleeping and waking up. Neither did Elon Musk as well get to it by sleeping and waking up. But then let's move to myth number 3. You will just know. And that's another myth, that you will just know. No, it's not like that. It's not like you will not just know. Yeah, sometimes people don't just sense something quickly, but knowing someone is a right person for you, or someone is right for you, is a process of evidence gathering over time. It's as though you are performing some kind of investigation, more like investigative journalism kind of a thing, or maybe you're undercover, a CIA agent. Exactly. So you're gathering evidence every now and again. You're gathering evidence over a couple of time, and then that's how come you can say, yeah, probably I think I'm falling for this person, and all that mushy feelings. But then let's move to myth number 4, which is love means never wanting to leave. No. Love means never wanting to leave. Well, that's another myth. Mature love includes moments where you want to leave and choose to stay anyways. Yes, you actually definitely will feel like, why am I here? What am I doing here? I'm tired and blah 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 and all. But then again, you look at your partner and then you think about how committed you are to this partner, and then you definitely want to stay. So that's another myth. Whenever you start feeling that way, probably you're in a relationship right now, that doesn't mean that you don't love that person. No, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling that you can also deal with by asking the right question. Yes. Let's move to the 5th myth, and it is that if it's meant to be, it won't be hard. That's not true. That's not true. Every meaningful relationship in human history has gone through hard seasons. Exactly. They've gone through hard seasons as well. Difficult is not a proof you chose wrong. No, it's not a proof of you having to be in the wrong relationship. It's a proof that you're building something real with another human being who has flaws just like you. You see, sometimes I ask myself certain questions and the answer always comes as no, again and again, because I ask myself this, that if I'm to be a lady, right, will I date me? And the answer is no, I won't date me, because of course there's no human that is perfect. But then again, every now and again I give a lot of credit to my wife for actually getting to choose to do life with me, because trust me, I can be a difficult guy to love. Exactly, I can be a difficult person to love. Let's quickly move to definition of terms, because what you don't know the meaning of, or what you don't, I think it was my Smurl that said this, that when the use of a thing is not known, then abuse is inevitable. When the use of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So let's get to define love so that we don't get to abuse it, right? Exactly. So let's define love quickly. I'll take that again. I said, for the sake of this series, love is a committed, active orientation towards another person's genuine good, expressed through consistent thoughts, feelings, and actions over time. Notice what is in that definition. You have a word like committed, you have a word like active, not passive. Not that they should know. No, it should be active. It should be for a genuine good. It should be consistent. This is where a lot of us actually get it twisted. It should be consistent. So you are not loving today. You are not committed to this person today, and tomorrow you are asking yourself, why am I committed and all that? No, it's consistent over time. Over time, every one of those words actually does a lot of work. It does a lot of work. Committed means it isn't conditional or on your mood. Active simply means it shows up in behavior, not just in sentiment. All right. Genuine good as well means you want to actually do the best every now and again for them, not just what's convenient for you, but what is the best for them. So it means you're going out of your way. It means you're you're sacrificing certain things, your time, your money, your effort, your convenience, a lot. And this must be consistent over time. Yes, it must be very, very consistent over time to ensure that this word love is complete. Love is a pattern. It's not an event. Love is something that we can trace. Love is a series of events that we can trace. Oh, it did this. And I don't mean spending money. No, that's not what I'm talking about here. I mean, I'm carrying out. Yeah, it can involve that. I'm not saying it shouldn't involve that, but then that is not all there is to love. That's not all there is to love. Let's define what attachment also is. Attachment is the bond that forms from familiarity and shared experience. It can exist with or without love. Definitely, it can exist with or without love. You can be deeply attached to someone who is bad for you. Yes, attachment does not mean love. No, it doesn't. Some kind of shared experiences, shared spaces, being familiar, having to see someone again and again can make you attach. It can make you attach to a particular person. Let's talk about infatuation. Infatuation is intense emotion and physical attraction, usually built on limited information that feels like love but hasn't been tested. Usually feels like love but hasn't been tested by time, conflict, or knowledge of the real person. You know how you can see someone from a distance, and just simply because the person is probably physically attractive, you just go like, oh, I think I would like to be in a relationship with this person. But then again, when you draw closer, you get to know the kind of person they are. You don't really want to get close to that person, because all of a sudden you start asking yourself, what on earth did I even see in this person that made me think I love the person in the first place? Well, that feeling that you felt is infatuation, not love. All right, so let's talk about commitment, which is the strongest in the terms that we're definitely going to be defining. Commitment is the decision to remain devoted to someone regardless of the current emotional weather. Commitment is the decision to remain devoted to someone regardless of the current emotional weather. So commitment is not something that waver. No, it's something that is strong. It's something that stays. It's something that is perpetual. All right, something that is perpetual. I like to say this to the guys and also to some ladies that come to me. I tell them, if you've seen someone that you like, choose the person first. Ensure you choose the person. Don't just assume. You have to acknowledge, yes, I like this person, and then you choose the person. And after choosing the person, you have to stay with that decision. Okay, trust me, that was how I stood with my wife. We dated for quite a while, for a number of years. If you're close to me, you will know the amount of years I will go to date and all that. And trust me, it was not necessarily a smooth sail, as it were. There were platoons here and there. There were up hills, there were down the valley, and all that experiences. But then again, we're married today, going to close to 2 years now, and all that. If you're listening to me as at the time I recorded this, but then again, we'll be moving straight up to the next segment and ensure that you are not forgetting anything I've said. We've talked about some myths. We talked about 5 different myths that people assume is equal to love or defines love, and also we just finished defining terms and other things that are associated with love. We'll move quickly to the next segment of the show. Don't go anywhere.